And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Songs of Six. Let the game go slowly. But it is time to make the administration. Question is, where do I want to make the administration? Over here in the space that I apparently didn't use up making clothing? Or over here in the next to this island, the stockade? Probably next to the stockade in this island. So probably in here. This is going to be a big building. One of the reasons we're going on slow. Administration, because we want to make this big. Big. Let's start off with something fairly big. 45 by 45, yeah, that would be big. Apparently about as big as we can get. Okay, so if we have a clerk station shaped like that, can I get enough support in the center like so? No. No, I cannot. Don't have to make it shorter or put supports on both sides, but that doesn't get a support in the middle. Because I'd have to put double in the middle like that, which would be a little weird. We probably will need some shelving. Well, that could probably be shoved on both sides like so. Okay, and that's pretty tesselatable if I need to. Yeah, that's pretty tesselatable if I need to. Do I go with the 14 or do I go with the shorter one? Let's assume we're going with the 14. Technically, I'm not taking advantage of the fact that the carpet provides some support as well. Yeah, I suppose I could do carpet if I wanted to save on some furniture. That's how that would work. Okay, so it only needs to be like that. And then I could take out the corners for a little bit extra support, and that... Oh, actually, let's think about this. If I don't do that corner, don't do... Yeah, if I'm not doing that corner... No, I probably do want to do the corners, okay. I go the shelf one smaller. And then we could do something like that. Maybe. Okay, so let's reset that for the moment. So if that's what we're doing, we're looking at max size clerk stations. And we're just going to very heavily tessellate. hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees, but the administration is the bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy. Is what we're going to be doing here a little bit. It's going to need a lot of paper support. Okay, so if I want to run, well, I can't run the thing any much longer than that anyway. So let's start with that. And then we worked out shelving-wise. Oh, first let's get the supports in. We need to support the building, so you, click, 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 click. Technically, I think the outside line probably doesn't need it, but the rest kind of do. Doing our support pillars. This is right now slated to support 280 administrators. Might adjust it a little bit to support 300. Just to make it big. Big and grand. Okay. And then we need a little bit in the middle here. Anyway, we're letting the game go slowly while we're doing this, because we're not in a rush, necessarily, to get this done. But at the same time, we don't want the game whizzing by and something going wrong in the middle of building this where I have to stop mid-build. So yeah, and then we think about shelves. Oh, and that actually fits really nicely. I can even leave a walkway between the sectors. That's with no carpets. I do want to try to fit another 20 along the bottom here. We're going to do 7 at a time. Like so. Now it takes us up to 315, which is a little bit of a weird number. Drop a little bit of end off the building there. Although it works, so I don't see why we don't do that. That actually even fits the pattern relatively well. There we go. 100% efficiency. Massive building. 315 bureaucrats fit in this building. Just put adequate doors so they can all get in. Here we go. I think that'll work. I didn't end up putting any carpets in. I don't think I could have made it any significantly denser and still put carpets in. We'll get the furniture. We might not... I might need to make more furniture production, but I think we got the furniture for that. We got the furniture for the build-out. First build-out, at least. Okay. So, yep. It's not a round building. We'll round the building out with the sort of spikes on the edge, and it'll work. In fact, thinking about that, let's do the spike trick on the end here. Every so often, just to round the building out. It doesn't need to be perfect. People don't hate square. They like round. It's probably the best way to describe the state required of our people. Okay. So that's the building. With 315 of those jobs, I suspect it's going to want a lot of paper. Sadly, the tooltip has not been updated to show the paper requirements of the building, so I don't know how much paper they want. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. I suppose, knowing that I just made 300 more jobs. We've got 300 more jobs inbound. In fact, more than 300 jobs. Let's bring in the people to support 300 more jobs. Do you have a dedicated paper warehouse? Sort of. That can be made to be my dedicated... I think that's supposed to be a dedicated paper warehouse. Let's put it down in the corner here. I think south of it is going to be paper land, and then this area in here, everything that not south of it is going to be housing. And then paper maker. If I do 4 of these to start, probably a good place to start. Yeah, 4 paper makers, which I suppose is another 100 jobs. Yeah, they're already up to that. They haven't properly moved in yet, so that's why they haven't shown up as odd jobbers. Okay. So that's all going to be housing. So let's grab our housing blocks and just start copy-pasting. Put it in there, but yeah, there too. You fit in there. Technically, yes. I suppose I don't need the spike on the end if it's the end of the map. Yeah, I don't need my spike on the end if it's the end of the map. Right, so we just got the end of the map. So that is 80. 160. 240. Is that enough jobs for that? Nope. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep making jobs. Gotta keep gotta make housing for the job workers. That'll fit in. Yeah, that'll fit there. I'll do some custom ones to fill the rest of the housing in. So that's 320. So that's actually enough to work the admin. We'll probably want more for the pick makers, but in they come. The bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of our expanding bureaucracy. Four 477 workers, but 320 homeless at the moment, although part of what we're building is 320 homes, so... So actually, how far do our services reach? Do you reach down there? Probably want another shrine down there. If I want a shrine, I probably want a hearth. If I want a hearth, I probably want a well. And if we're doing both of those, we should probably do the market and such. Okay. So we need another shrine. That'll fit there. The stage is one of the other big ones. I want to copy paste the shape. Shift click. Yes. It's in that hole reasonably well. Bit of toilet down here. You want a speaker. Hearth. Well, market, food stall. Probably need another janitor. Check the janitor range. Yeah, probably want another janitor. Serves both as sort of the janitor's warehouse as well as some extra fishing warehouse. I'll put some fisheries along the end here. Okay, so the housing got built. Stuff has been delivered to build the administratum. I wonder how quickly 400-something odd jobbers can descend on a working project and get it built. Even when it's massive as this. Yeah, probably want another 100, 200 more in. For odd jobbers to go on, so 3700, enter, we'll bring another 200 in. I think it's throttling based on my access to paper. Oh no, I have paper in the city, so... That actually cap it to 10%. It might actually cap 10%. Oh yeah, we got the full overhead programs. So, I've built an administration that is bigger than I need. For now. It's probably not going to stay that way. And the furniture down here, because we need that a lot less. Turn the paper up by a lot. Okay, so I've got people to live and work in the administration more than we need for the moment. I can work with that. That's acceptable. Okay, I got it right up against the edge. I don't need the point on the map border end. So we can pretend that it's still there, it's just off the map. I need 200 more citizens in the town to hit our next government promotion, noble promotion tier. It probably makes sense to actually get a water pump down here. In case I want to irrigate the land down here. What we haven't actually built on is actually the nice soil. We've just conveniently stopped just short of the nice soil for farming. Water. Do a little bit of canal here. And then our people probably want like a moat to bathe in. Get a small moat to bathe in. We are furniture positive by 100 or by 10. That's not very much, but that's plenty. Making pretty good paper, and yeah, with the current size of the administration, is the automation not working to get it up to size? I assumed it would have been more aggressive with filling it up. But yeah, I think that's still enough. At least if we're making enough paper, and we are, we're overproducing the paper. That should be good to go. Okay. Training still proceeding at speed. Okay, our weapons are in for our light pits. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Oh, I'm gonna cut. So that was not the one I expected to run out of. Could probably do another cut stone expansion. Again, that's pretty easy to do. Just delete a carpenter so I can have the carpenter spot. Basically move the carpenter someplace else. Move the garbage someplace else and take it over for the spot type I want. Probably want more housing down here, so we just copy in another thing of housing. How's the housing situation looking? So we're actually surprisingly good over there. A little short up there. Can maybe put a couple of houses in the end of the mountain there, or the little bit of mountain there. That wouldn't be too bad. You want some more. You're just awkwardly placed where there's no good way to get it in there. Okay. Yeah, that housing helped a little bit there. Oh, now you're complaining. Refused Dondorians. The Dondorian expedition in the Poon's ruins found something. According to your subjects, most of the Dondorians descended into the shaft they dug and did not return for a week. The few who eventually made it back to the surface were kept hidden in dens. But the woodcutters would hear screams echo through the forest frequently until they stopped all at once. The day before the Dondorians announced their departure. The haunted-looking representative did not share much, but this is likely one of the many secrets that are better left unknown. The shaft they dug has been collapsed, and your woodcutters quickly resumed work in the center. The magical trees still continued to appear every morning, but your subjects noticed two changes. The magical area had increased in size, and new, unfamiliar faces joined the old ones on the bark. Boost to Regions 1, 20% more woodcutting. Well, this is why we let other people explore the dangerous places in the world. Oh, I have two homeless humans who are trying to work near the administration over here. Fair enough. It's two. I can work with two homeless. Okay. What's the industry I want to expand to next? Interesting. You're actually saying I'm not maintaining population growth to hit that target. Is my wellspring of infinite Garthimi actually run empty? That's probably just a sign to go make more hatcheries. Should probably start putting hatcheries in the mountain instead of on the fertile soil outside. Yeah. I'll fix those later. Wait, did it forget to do the doors? Well, that's easy enough to fix. You know, I wasn't going to do the hallway, of course, but expecting it kind of do the doors. Something like that, and I forgot to put those doorways in, so we can sort of continue the motion of the mountain. Twitch chat says at least they won't be lonely. I don't know if you're referring to the Dondorians that have now joined the forest, or the loggers chopping the trees down. Guys are gonna get themselves trapped here. I'll get themselves sorted out in a bit. And to do upgrade, just do that, smart remove. No, not fortifications. Structures, stone, upgrade, convert, please. Thank you. It's not the mountain, it needs to be made of stone. Please. Let's leave the interior out of mud again. Okay, I need 150 more people to move in to hit the next title. Next level. So we're almost there. 151. Anyway, probably pick up tax collector. We ended tax collector because we realized we were short to get the swords and the armor. Need for more administration expands. More administrators will work for G. Stone is surprisingly low, given how stone has been most of the run. I'm still making 200 something a day, so I'm not too worried about it. 200 net a day. And the carving into the mountain should be generating a bunch of stone, so... Positive there, positive there. Maybe not as positive there as I'd like. That's maybe an indication I need to expand the paper makers. Okay, we're just gonna have building over the top of that fertile soil. I don't really need it anyway. Okay, the hatchery online. We need to start thinking about another service center down there. Oh, you were having cut stone delivery issues. Okay. I can work with that. It's no hauler time. So it's never set the janitor support warehouses up with an up-to-date list of things they should be storing. Okay, so you want cut stone, pull cut stone from main cut stone warehouse. That one. Is that the only thing you're struggling with up here? Yeah. Fair enough. A little bit backlog, so let's give him a temporary boost. Let's go around and check all the other janitors while I'm thinking about it. Janitor. You also have the same problem. Okay. Also cut stone. Now, on the first one, everything's looking reasonably well, although it's pretty heavily worked. Second one, having a little bit of problem with metal. So it's a different type of hauler we need over here. Cut stone, we've signed people to sort that. Your cut stone, your problem's not that bad, though. Still give you a hauler, but I probably don't need it quite such a kick in the pants to catch up. That's the one we've been working on trying to solve first. And yeah, you look good, but you're probably... Oh, no, we probably just need a whole nother janitor over there. That's probably what's going on there. Yeah, it looks like another janitor situation. Yeah, your area looked good except for down in that bottomless corner. And you're the newest one in, so nothing over here has had time to break yet. I'm saying that, and then I'm saying that we do having a little bit of a metal issue there, so I suppose we get another metal one. Another metal hauler to help with you. Yeah, need more cut stone. Oh, I was gonna... I built the carpenter and forgot to do the delete on the delete on the old one to replace with the mason. Let's do that. I was wondering if I felt like cut stone was locked. We never got around to updating the last fighting pit. Let's reach out to the neighbor. Hey neighbor, can you send us 1,000 cut stone, please? Also, if I give you, like, 10... Not quite. I'm trying to look to see if I can get to 1.5. That's going to get hit with, like, more than a halving on the opinion there, I think. Which isn't going to be enough. Then I'm going to get 1.5, so it looks like it would be enough, but we got a kin treatment that's dividing it by 2, slightly ignoring the kinship, which is another slight reduction. So I need to do... Let's conservatively say I need to actually triple this, right? So the triple the difference, which is I need like 0.21, and that was giving us like 0.1. So not quite there, and that decays off pretty quickly, so it'd have to be effective. Yeah, I suppose if we're going to continue proving your opinion, I need more diplomats. More diplomats. Or diplomats with fancier stuff, at least. But yeah, they were much better at the stone. I'm surprised the furniture didn't go down, because I deleted a furniture maker. Okay, that's helping with the metal. The brand new one, which has already cleared up what the problem was in the area. You're heavily worked, but it doesn't look like you're having any problems. You were having metal problems. Those metal problems look like they cleared up. You were having cut stone problems, which are starting to clear up. It's just this one over here. It actually isn't that degraded. And yours is all basically been cleared up because again, it was cut stone that has been the issue. That's being worked through, and the degradation is pretty manageable at this point. Okay. Yeah, so fix the maintenance problems. Good to see. Group-wise, most of the reserve here is probably for the garrison. Probably not going to send swords out on campaign anytime soon. Although I could probably swap the spears over using metal, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's have this new unit equipped with swords, because we've got swords. And one of the... Let's... Okay, so we got 1,000 swords, or 1,000 spears, 20 sword, or 200 swords, so that's fine for the moment. If anything, I need more armor. Need more metal armor production. That's coming in surprisingly slow. So that is currently a 10 by 1 room. Oh no, a 10 by however it is, right? So that should be long. Sort of mirror the shape there. Oh, and we're now using quite a bit of metal in maintenance, so it's maybe... might actually be worth getting the melter smelter. How's the coal holding up? Plenty. Plenty of ore as well. Yeah, so another metal smelter. Slave trader. A large slave caravan set up near your city wants to quickly unload their entire stock at well below market rates. Apparently, dispute between a local noble in Midgenbjorn has worsened. The slaver wants to be among the first to profit from it, but the current Crotonian slaves would slow them down too much. The slaves are extremely cheap, likely cheap enough to resell them profitably. On closer examination, their story does not add up, suggesting subterfuge. You know what I don't really need right now? More slaves. And if I did, I'd probably want them to be human, not Crotonian. So we're not going to buy them. I'm not going to fall for the obvious subterfuge trap. Although the reason is plain greed, not because I wouldn't fall for the obvious subterfuge trap. I got 72, 73-ish odd jobbers, so we're not looking for more... Well, I'm looking for more workers because I need it for hitting the next level goal. It reminds me, out in the field, it's been long enough. This area is probably stabilized. Yeah, very stable. Do you want you or you? Or you? As far as neighbors go, you'd be I'd gain you if I go either of these two as neighbors. You're one province, so I wouldn't actually mind picking up the one province as the neighbor. Okay. Oh, and we pick you back up as a neighbor. If we went west. Give us 2 neighbors. Let's go west and have 2 neighbors. Instead of north and have 1. I'm gonna have my cut stone back in so I can get that last pipe pit. Oh, they're actually gonna resist at the border. Okay, we're gonna take command. There be a fight. Our troops may be outnumbered, but they're well equipped and not outnumbered by that much. So the real question is, do they have range weapons? Okay, this is probably going to be a bit of a line brawl. We have better experience and better equipment. We just don't outnumber them. We've got a formation bonus from spears, so it's an argument for us to receive the enemy's charge here. Okay, we lost 2 from the charge, pretty much, but otherwise the line is holding. The enemy numbers begin to retreat away. This is a bit of a slog here, so this is not going to be any finesse in this fight. Enemy unit breaks from morale loss. At this point, I think we have a numerical advantage. Not very big yet. Doesn't speed up even more because this is just them beating their head against us until they fall apart. Here goes another unit breaking. Here goes another one breaking. We just got the last enemy unit left. And another guy's break formation to properly encircle the enemy. Using the weight of our numbers. Bring this to close. There we go. Lost 17 to bring down 439 of the garrison. we'll go ahead and capture the human slaves. We march on the city. If we get there fast enough, we won't have time to get a garrison. It's not enough time to get a garrison. Loot and raise. City is ours. And with that, the last of my government points until we get more government points. Yeah, we carve out new jobs down here. Looking to grab another metal smelter, and that's going to be one really big smithy. Yeah, I could probably use another mass grave. Cover the area down there. Oh, and I researched crypts. I haven't installed the crypts yet. Okay, let's turn speed down while we're contemplating how we're going to make a round crypt. And the statues where my respect comes from, so I need to leave space for more statues? Okay. Okay, that's... I don't know, not sure that's going to get considered round, but that is a graveyard. Probably is going to have an overly high density of gravekeepers, because it's only got 9 graves in it. See if that's round, and we'll check back up on it. The building's done enough, I should be able to tell its shape. Anyway, not considered round. There's definitely some stuff I can do that wouldn't be too hard to round it up. For example, I can do that. I'm going round over there. Round over there. That's possibly enough. Try that, see if that rounds that corner off, that side off. Enough to make the square go away. That'll probably properly round it. Okay. Now the question is, how many crypts do our souls want? They want, like, 4 more of those. Okay. Squeeze the weird shape in there. Squeeze the weird shape in there. Honestly, not a bad fit for them. The weird shape just about fit the weird hole. There we go. Should be enough crypts, at least for the short term. It's always nice when you get your weird shapes to fit weird holes. Okay, I think we're going to have another 100 jobs between these two sites. In fact, that one's going to take 60 alone. So I'm going to let another 100 Garthimi in. Accelerate speed. 100 of them come in. How short are we? 5 people. I am 5 people short. Okay, never few more. There we go. Zorax. So we got a 50 innovation, we got a 50 knowledge, we got 10 more noble promotions. And with that, I think that is a good place to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we're going to be taking advantage of those noble promotions. Well, the knowledge we're going to spend right there. We're going to be taking advantage of those noble promotions in the next one to properly rule our empire. Or promptly find we still don't have enough noble promotions, which is a potential. May literally happen. May not have enough noble promotions even with that to rule the entire empire. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I got 10 promotions, so we're gonna get. I think if everything went into government, we get another, or if old 10 new ones go into government. I think that's 1,000 more government points. And honestly, that might not be enough. That might legitimately not be enough. We're gonna find out next time, because we got a big empire that is apparently bigger than our ability to realistically govern it most of the time. I don't think there's anyone down here that actually help with the government points. Your embassies. That's the only one I'm thinking that's in here that's sort of related. I mean, government points are coming like purely from nobles at the moment. And titles. nobles and titles. And it wasn't until this run where I felt like I really had an empire that needed a lot of government points, and apparently this one does. So if you're watching YouTube, we're going to finish up the metal smelter to make more metal plate, the smithy to make more metal plate, so we can maybe transition some of our army over to metal plate-based army in the next one. We're going to be going around to all our empire regions and making sure they're big and large and productive based on our new ability to govern them, and probably very promptly finding out that that's still not enough government points. But we'll find out next time. If you're watching on YouTube, that'll be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to take a break for about 3 minutes so I can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to find out whether or not we have a government admin points. With that, I wish you all best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.